part of the city, and the first stop was at the Independence Square. One of the interesting buildings, there are many interesting buildings over there. It's a tall building that for many years was the highest building in South America, that we call it the Salvo Palace. Then we have also the statue of our national hero. We have the Solis Theater, where the president works, and what it was the second government house, that now it's a museum. The city of MonteVideo, when it was founded, it was like a fortress surrounded by water, and in the place that it communicated with the rest of the territory, there was a wall, and that wall had a gate. So that is what it's left from the gate, that we call it La Ciudadela. Building, that is where the parliament works. We are very proud of that building, all recovered in marble and granite from the country. Rábida. It's a family business, and many members of the family met the people this morning. The owner is the Artagabella family, and this is the fourth generation that they have been working here. The main activity is dairy farming, but they do have agriculture, they have a lot of beautiful horses, but the main activity is the dairy farming. Aquifer is when you have underground water. There are two important aquifers. One is located right here, Uriga Hole, and the water is there. And also part of our country, the second largest aquifer in the world, Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, and Paraguay. And of course, we call it the blue gold, because in the future, water is going to be one of the most important resources that a country may have. The quality is certified, you can drink it, and it's something very interesting because you don't find that in many countries in the world. Plata is our limit with Argentina. We have it at the southern part of the country. Although it's a river, sometimes the water is salty. It flows into the Atlantic Ocean. This is a small country. It's small enough so that you know what is going on everywhere. You can keep in touch with friends, with your family, but it's big enough so that you may find, if you need something concerned to health, with education, you can also find it here. The people are very friendly, and that is something also very important. People are friendly. It's beautiful. We don't have earthquakes or volcanoes, the temperature, we don't have extreme temperature, we have a lot of wonderful beaches, so nice people, what else?
Well, MonteVideo is the capital of Uruguay, and it has like 1.5 million of inhabitants, and well, it's like a metropolitan city. When you take the trains, we are located at 38 kilometers from MonteVideo. When you took the train, it's very nice because you can see the different towns that is connecting MonteVideo with Pánico. It's a little town, so you can see the different buildings and how the people is living in we call the interior of Uruguay. We start the winery experience. When you arrive to Pánico wineries, we start with a little tour between the vineyards, and we are going up to one viewpoint that over there you can get like a panoramic view all of this establishment and how we work on the wineries. This winery has like 400 hectares. It's one of the biggest wineries in Uruguay. We produce about 4.5 million liters of wine per year. Yes. Our harvest is starting in like 1 month, so for that reason probably you can see some all the bunches that are already still green but start to mature in a few days. You know. Also, we start the harvest in February up to March approximately. We start with all the white grape like Chardonnay, Viognier, and the last one that we are going to pick is the Tanat, which is the icon grape of Uruguay. we start with some tastings, with some skulls, the cheeses and hams, and you start tasting 5 different wines of these wineries. It's very different than the other wine that we used to drink, because here we have a special climate and a special soil that is make that the wines you can age for a long time, so it's going to be like a special wines. And then the main course is going to be the barbecue, which is the typical food in Uruguay.